Well done, hard fought, as they all are in this division, aren't they?
Yeah, hard fought, and this is the Championship, and this is football. We're on the back of certainly for me our best performance of the season at Swansea on Wednesday, and we lose the game, and then probably on the balance of play. I can't honestly say it's a game that we deserved to win. On chances, we certainly did, because I thought we had 4 really good chances, whereas they're probably the only chance I can really remember is the shot, Armstrong's shot outside the box that hits the crossbar. So certainly on chances, but our level of performance certainly wasn't anywhere near what it was on Wednesday night.
It's that sums up the division perfectly, doesn't it? That you've not played as well, but you've won today, and you got nothing on Wednesday.
Yeah, but what you always have to do is you have to look at what the positives are. So the positives are, we needed, of course, a wonderful save by Brees from the penalty. But the positives are it's another clean sheet. It's a very, very good football inside in Blackburn. I say we've restricted them to real minimal chances, a lot of possession, a lot of balls around the box. So I think as a unit, and probably at a time when they were on top of the game, that's the time when you have to dig deep and make sure not to concede. So they're the positives, but I do agree and admit we can play better than that.
But you're right to highlight that positive. I mean, I know Swansea did manage to do it on Wednesday, but you are a very difficult side to beat now, aren't you? You're tough to break down.
Yeah, I think it would have been tougher today if we'd kept the ball better. I think for some reason, we had a good spell before the goal, and then once we'd scored, for some reason we allowed a good Blackburn team to have too much possession, and I think that was more because we didn't keep it well enough. But I think there's character in the squad. I think we are able to make changes. I think the work ethic it's good, and it's a wonderful feel in the change room at the moment. The players know we weren't at our best today, but they also know how important at this moment 3 points are.
And at the start of another one of those kind of weeks that you feel is crucial to how the season turns out, it's great to start this way, isn't it, with those 2 games coming up this week?
Yes, it is. I think it's important because if I looked at a game at Swansea on Wednesday, I don't expect away to Rotherham on Tuesday and away to Derby to not be difficult games. And certainly for anything that we thought was going to be difficult at Swansea, these will be equally as difficult for the reasons that they are. So yes, good to go into that one with a win. I said I'd like to see us better on the ball today, but still lots of positives.
You mentioned Brees Samba's penalty save. It was a good save, wasn't it?
Very good save, and up against a top striker in this division. I think a top striker, and hence the amount of goals that he's got. And I think probably most of us, when they see that he's taken the penalty, generally it hits the back of the net, and you've got to guess it, get the right way, and you've got to be firm enough to stop it. But he also reacted really well from the second opportunity they had from there. So so really pleased for him, and it caps off I think a good period for him as well.
A word about the 2 strikers, Lewis Grabban and Lyle Taylor, Chris, if we can, because Lewis was missing from the 20 today, and we saw right at the end Lyle Taylor seemed to be hurting his back, clutching his back. He got hurt at the end. Yeah,
no, I think Lyle's was nothing before. I think it was just something that he done it on the period of time that he was on. So hopefully that's fine. With Grabban, he's just felt his hamstring slightly, and so it's certainly not a bad one. We'll continue to assess it, but it ended up being too early today. So we'll assess how it is over the next few days. But I think Lyle's one, hopefully he was okay. I think it's just something that he felt probably towards the end of the game.
Just finally from me, Chris, we had crowd noise in the stadium today. Is that request from you or from the players? That was different.
I can be perfectly honest with you. It was my coaching staff that mentioned it in the first place, and I think it was from one of the stadiums that we went to earlier in the season, where initially we thought it wasn't allowed, and we heard it at one of the stadiums, and they brought it to my attention, and yes, maybe that allowed us to get that penalty save. Maybe you never know.
Maybe it did. Thanks, Chris. Well done.